Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, season 2, titled The Tower, A City in Peril, episode 26. And as per usual, I would like to introduce my lovely players as well as their characters.
Marianne, I played one prize 10th generation Toreador.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Tyre. I'm playing Christopher Masters, formerly Christopher Falcone, 10th generation Veltrue, who was returning to his mafia roots last time.
One might say.
Hello. My name is Örjan, and I'm playing the role of Sean of No Name. And is he searching for a cause? Well, anyway, he's a gangrel of 9th generation.
Yeah.
Cheater.
Someone leveled in a different way.
Winner, chicken dinner. No, doggy dinner. No, dinner.
Dinner. He had a very bad dinner.
Gobble is Diablo time.
Boiling trouble. Right. Last time there were some meats that went. I'm not going to say good. I'm not going to say bad. They had meats.
They went,
and we had a more classic mafioso movie scene.
Yep.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, we'll see what this episode brings to our fair characters of the city of Boston, and how this night will linger on.
As they tend to do with us.
Well, we don't like to. Well, we do rush and we don't rush. Well, it is what it is.
We're getting somewhere.
I keep on saying that, but where are we getting to? That will still be...
Boing, Idaho.
Somewhere. We're going to Kansas, motherfuckers. I don't know why, but we're going. All right. The first scene we're going to jump into is at the garage where Sean and Chris are meeting up after they both have different sorts of meets earlier in the evening. We're going to go straight in the scene as Chris is there. Well, he's been there a little bit before as Sean arrives.
Oh, he was there before. Darn. I wanted to catch him in the act.
He's standing outside and he's lit up the barrel we used to have some bonfires, fires in them. He's lit it and he's discarding it. That's a bit uncomfortable. He's like throwing some wood and like standing far away.
It's like, why did I do that?
Ew.
Yeah, it's you. You see this as you drive in, Sean.
Yeah. Watch out, you might get burned.
Yeah, I thought there would be like old times, but I'm starting to realize that fire bad.
Yeah, fire bad, beer. I don't know.
No longer accessible.
Tree pretty.
So, we needed to talk about the infernal brouhahas.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go inside and close the door.
Yeah, of course. Do I smell something on him?
Gunpowder, probably? We probably might be able to pick that.
Well, right now it's burning outside, so I don't think it's very profound.
No, it's not. So I really don't care.
Are you going to sniff his fingers?
Look, that's bad. That only makes sense if you're Norwegian.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. The Brujas. Anarchs.
They're in league with the anarchs.
Yeah. And they apparently they have some Trojan horses in the city.
So the invasion hath begun.
The invasion hath begunneth.
So, do you know anything about these Trojan horses?
No.
I mean, they might not even declare themselves Though, of course, Shiv's little invitation to outstanding to other cities might have drawn someone on another cover of.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really
Invitation.
good, a really good cover.
So maybe we should get a hold of that guest list.
Yeah, but the way they she said it, it's like they've already been in the city
For a while.
Probably
hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's a question.
No, but a Trojan horse is somebody who's
But it's
known.
like no one knew that's been relative. I mean, with the exception of the two that the prince brought in, which I find it hard to believe would be, unless they're posing, unless they're not the ones they say they are.
Of course.
And nobody would do that, would they?
Ever.
Who would pose?
And
That's something they're not.
There is a fresh...
Just a little moment, and Chris takes out a little notebook, scribbles down 2 names. Back in.
How many are not on that list now, Chris?
I'll plead the 5th on the grounds that it might incriminate myself. But yeah.
Yeah, and there's also this Japanese bird. Or spider.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
You do have a suspicious and cynical mind. I like it. I hadn't actually thought about that.
Of course.
Huh.
How do we know that she's actually a Nosferatu?
Yes, and she might. She might be, but how do we know that they would welcome the anarchs, knowing that it would increase the livelihood of their progeny? And
no, the Bruja was quite explicit in disregarding the Nosferatus because they deal in secrets, and apparently within a anarch society, nobody gives a shit about secrets.
So not many Nosferatu anarchs then. Well, how much was it told about the anarchs, their storyteller? I mean,
you got told quite briefly about the structure.
Yeah, but do I know if like all the clans of the same clans as in the Corella is represented, or?
There is, generally speaking, a higher percentage of what is considered traditionally as lower clans.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that's like not that many Ventru would land.
No, and she did say so. There are definitely Ventrus, younger ones, especially younger ones that are ambitious because in the Camarilla pyramid structure, it takes a very long time to get into a position of power. Your position is a little bit different because you are in such a prolific lineage in this specific city. Like you are
that lineage is tainted by the dark deeds of the
right,
being dragged up.
Right. Yeah, so that's bad. But if that wasn't the case, you would be in a direct line for position as soon as they would deem you. But then again, that would take time. In an anarch society, they skip all that shit.
You take your power.
You take your power. And it's respected as such.
Question is, does the brew even know what they're playing at? I mean, when everything is said and done and dust settles and their little revolutions completed, is she even certain that she'll be controlling her own little fiefdom, or she just played her course, played a part, and
who knows?
Exit stage left.
That's the thing about revolutions and wars.
Let us just say that they might pawn themselves off as something particularly different, something else, something new, but it's the same as the Camarilla, but on smaller scale.
Yeah, I got the sense of that, and of course, in the Camarilla, you have You have the prince and you have the primogenitor or fuck not. But there's also a place to hide away within this.
Yes.
Fuckery.
Imagine a city ruled by
Me.
6 or 7 little princes trying to unite against external common threats.
Yeah.
Petty squabbles. Power being up for grabs. It's anarchy.
And hence, the anarch movement.
Mm.
So you may call it anarcho-syndicalism, or you might call it capitalistic anarchy, or what the fuck not, but fuck it. I don't want to spend every night fighting for my area. If I get my area and I get to do my thing, I'm happy.
A city with the right rulers could be a well-run city, a well-functional city. Problem now is, notwithstanding my grandsire's descent into paranoia masterminded by the Dark Duke, it's also the fact that the old guard is slow to react and hardly capable of understanding the younger generations.
But this is what's tempting from the anarchs. The anarchs is a society for the younger ones because they keep a higher speed.
Mm.
And one of the reasons why we have what we have today is because we move at a speed that the older ones can't follow.
But
and
also,
this is what actually will get us ahead within this society, I think.
But also, there's a reason why some are old and some do not become so old, to put it like that.
Yeah.
They're going to they attract attention to themselves. And we know what that can lead to.
Attention? Yeah.
And also, on the other hand, their cause does not appeal to me. All this rank idealism generally just leads to bloodshed and self-righteousness.
Well, it's definitely not something Chris is. It is not his bread and butter.
No.
The mafia is very close to the guerrilla structure.
Yeah.
So for him, it's just crazy. I think just bloodshed and anarchy.
No. That's. I mean, unless you see it like as a transitional phase, and then slowly weeding out all the competition within the little barons, and then reconsolidating the city under a new prince and rejoining the Camarilla.
Oh my God, Christopher! What is he up to?
Chris,
what is he up
have
to?
you been reading Machiavelli again?
God damn!
But yeah,
you're scaring the storyteller.
But I must give. It could, of course, be a coincidence. It could be attracted to long workings of the Dark Duke, but I do feel it's a bit.
Not the anarchs. I don't think the anarchs is connected with the Dark Duke.
Oh, not directly, but I have no problem.
But the timing.
I have no problem with thinking that the Dark Duke's influences have pushed Catalina and certain others to.
Oh, the Dark Duke has pushed both sides.
He's been playing a final game, tearing down everything that our grandsires built up.
Yeah. He's good at that. The thing is, Catalina will probably send me some tasks to do. Probably something to blow up.
Well, what do you feel? What are you inclined to do? What?
I really want to know who the Trojans are.
Likewise, no matter what happens, no matter which way things might fall, that would be valuable information.
Oh, really
Smart
valuable.
information to have.
Proper valuable. The question is, do we trust the Black Duke with that question? Because if I don't involve the sheriff in my digging,
Yeah.
that might backfire on me.
That's a difficult one.
And yeah.
And it's all, of course, also connected with how much do we trust him? How much does he know and how much little does he know? According to Shiv, he recognized the Wild Rose and was quite, if not moved, disturbed, and even muttered under his breath that he'd killed her.
Oh.
But if
So
that
the
is-
information about the anarchs in the city might actually be something that pushes over both him and the prince.
Yes, and it depends what he meant that he killed her. Did it mean that he
Physically, or
did he actively participate in covering up his demise and like Messiah's demise and that, or does it mean that he sent her with a task
to her
or something?
death.
Yeah, like he's
Unknowingly or
responsible,
whatever.
but he didn't want it. He didn't design it. He didn't do it himself. It was a result of his actions. Either way, it does sort of seem that he might have known that Isaiah did not die all those years ago.
Anyway, if either of those theories are true, that makes him both volatile and dangerous.
Indeed, and especially if it's there was a reason they wanted to get rid of him back in the time as well,
Apparently.
wasn't it? He wasn't so
bad seed.
Mean motherfucker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can see when you could wait with the decision to tell the Duke until after you met with and find out what he wants to have done, because there's no problem.
Then it might
Arranging the
already be
chronology
too
by telling
late.
him. You think that? Do you think he didn't have to definitely know if you go and tell him? He might buy that you've been sounded out. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult question.
Mm.
Also, it's difficult. You could say, will he take it to the prince immediately, or will he investigate further before he so does?
And sidebar with Sean, can you afford that situation?
If Sean can afford that,
If you've been looked closely at,
yeah, it's that also.
and that you know if that is spotted, there will be no debate.
There's also the opportunity of not involving the sheriff at all, but rather, if it needs to be dealt with, we can deal with it, and the information might, shall we say, find its way to the sheriff.
In that case, then you probably need to be the messenger of that info.
Or
being the prince's grandchild and a trusted, I hope, a member of society.
That could be. That could very well be. And if you're worried about them, of course, there's also, a third option here. If we want to stop this, and you don't wish the opportunities for Catalina to implicate you, we do have some new acquaintances that could
Take out
Jesus without it leading back to us.
Yeah, you're right. I think the problem...
It's a way to protect you.
Yeah, the problem is that... Oh, yeah, in case of that, yeah. The problem is that I don't think Catalina is necessarily the instigator.
No, but she might be the only one
knowing about me.
Exactly. I mean, it does seem like this sort of thing runs about on compartmentalization. Less someone individual knows, less they can blow off the whole operation and burn others.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that they keep things close knit.
Yeah, but when I confronted her about the members, how many Brujas there are, and that my clan have left the city, then it was at that point she said that there are Trojans in the city. So I guess there are anarchs in lots of the clans.
Well, that's one thing about anarch clans, but it can also mean that they have sired on
of course
prodigy as well.
And you know that's very possible.
Mm.
I mean, I'm going to assume that she's playing for a part of the city once the dust settles, and if their little fraction would only be 2, well, how would they claim anything?
Yeah. And also, if you're already planning for planning to take the power, what difference would a child make?
Exactly. And
when
that
your head's on the
why
book.
I'm a bit apprehensive when you mentioned about Sakura and those lots, because, of course, if the Camarilla falls in the city, that would remove their little problem of the embrace.
That is true.
Legitimate or not.
Oh, that is really true.
On that note, the camera pans out that the boys think it would definitely help the Crow and Mr. Hashimoto if the current ruling faction wasn't a problem. Sakura would be absolutely safe. Well, not absolutely, but at least from the prince's very deadly gaze. The camera buries itself through the roof inside the velvet robe as Shiv stands there waiting in anticipation for Mr. Hashimoto's visit. And promptly 12 o'clock, there's a knock on the outside door.
Like almost running, walking very fast, running-ish. And opening the door.
He's dressed in black long coat, black shirt, black tie, black pants. His hair is gently swooped back. Well, his beard is in a permanent, beautiful cut, and he bows deeply.
I'll bow just a smidge slower.
Miss Price.
Mr. Hashimoto, thank you so much for coming on such short notice.
As I said, we're friends, are we not, Miss Price?
I hope that is true after our conversation as well. Please come in.
Thank you for your hospitality. He walks in, he takes off leather gloves.
I expect that this conversation and what I will ask of you might come at a price. So bear with me.
Of course, Miss Price.
And I'll just lead him to one of the tables. I don't want to take him upstairs.
No. He elegantly flicks away his coat and he sits.
I don't know where to begin. I don't know if you noticed any of the spectacle yesterday or the potential troubles that was occurring right before the sheriff and the prince left.
I saw some swift movement, but I have to admit, Miss Price, I was very enthralled with my
as you should
granddaughter's performance.
She's such a beautiful creature with such gifts.
Very much so. I'm very proud.
And I'm likewise proud to be able to have her stay here with me. She's currently upstairs entertaining another guest. A guest that you knew as Trixie, I believe. And I'll try and see if there's if he, because
you see he very elegantly lifts one eyebrow. Interesting choice of words, Miss Price. Formally no.
I don't know if you can see past the veil of people. If you have any abilities to see more.
I have some gifts, to be sure.
Trixie, Mina, whatever name she has, is not what you think. I don't know how to explain it, but she harbors many souls.
He sits back.
I don't know what you know of these things. I have recently just learned of it. I knew she was special, but I didn't understand at what capacity. And she has something that is very dear to me. And I need your help to extract one of these souls, if that is even possible.
He almost take a breath again. You don't need to. But it's a visceral reaction to the thing you ask. I have many questions to this. A soul, you say, and it's not diablerie.
No. The ones that she has, she was close by when they died, but not through that method. My love died facing the sun.
I'm sad to hear that, Miss Price.
You might understand who I'm referring to.
I do, Miss Price.
I don't know your relationship with him, or if you even care. You probably don't, and that's okay, but
I care for you and our friendship, Miss Price. Please, may I be frank?
Of course.
You're telling me Trixie of a better word. You also Mina, but Trixie as I know her. Within her, she has the soul of Aiden.
Yes. Among other.
Is he conscious?
I believe so, very much so. I have seen him many times. I didn't believe it at first. I thought it was in my head, but after she revealed more of these souls, you see, she transforms into them. It's not just...
His eyes go very wide and he crosses his legs. Excuse me, Price, you said what?
Trixie is upstairs now. but not in the form that you know of her. If that makes any sense.
You're telling me she has physically changed?
I'm just looking at him, straight at him, and just nod.
I need to have a closer look, because you know the power we have in the blood, the power of the obfuscate. At a specific level,
Yes.
they can change almost seamlessly into someone else.
I can
Are you
take-
sure it is a pure transformation or an illusion?
No, I'm not sure. But
Regardless, yes, regardless, that is a detail. I need to help you, Miss Price. The first thing I'm not sure if I can, but I might know someone who can. I need to understand more about Trixie.
I don't know but I can introduce you to Rose, who is currently the one present.
You're right.
And she
That
is
would-
old. And she has
So this has happened before. You say this is an older soul.
It is. It's the sheriff's lover. Former lover who died.
Before my time, I have to say. Interesting.
It was back from their time in Berlin, I expect.
Ah, right. Quite a bit before my time with them. What I need is obviously some of her blood.
Of course. That can be arranged, of course.
He looks very pleasantly surprised. Really?
Has to be. I've already given you more information that I am comfortable with.
I understand, but if I am to help you, I need to understand. The blood tells me things, Miss Price. That's how my gifts function. If I have the blood, I might have your answers.
And will not refuse you of that.
If the soul of Aiden resides within the vessel of Trixie, or the wild rose, you say another soul now is riding in charge.
And it's an even older creature that was the original, I believe.
Well, blood is very powerful and potent. I am presuming you want to free your love.
Look down and just... I think you realize how crazy this is and how stupid she is right now. Yes.
To let him glide into his forever after.
I can't let him go, and as long as there is fight in him, there is fight in me. You understand what I'm saying?
He looks around and actually leans in. You're speaking of different things now. You're not speaking of freeing a spirit or a soul.
I don't know what you need to make it happen, but I will gladly.
You speak of different things, Miss Price. Am I misunderstanding you now, or am I reading you correctly?
I want him here. With me, as alive as I am, or dead as I am, whatever you...
It's almost like he looks over his shoulder. To do such a thing, Miss Rice, that would be great and terrible sacrifice.
Name it.
Well, for him to inhabit the vessel must be of kind. It cannot be a human form because the soul also transforms as we become what we are. To give you what you want, someone else has to cease to exist, Miss Price.
And would you be willing to assist with that? If it is so... Even talking about it...
Treacherous, but we're also deep into that land, Miss Price. All our heads is on the chopping block already, so to speak. But what you're asking is deep and dark, and that might harm the core of who you are. You might not love us easily when it's done.
Doesn't matter.
Let me meet this creature. Privately.
She's upstairs. I can either invite you upstairs or we can invite her down here. Whichever you prefer.
Whatever you prefer, Miss Price. And when that is done, I've gauged this creature. What you need to do is give me some of her blood.
Of course. And I'll look at him. Come with me.
Of course.
And I'll lead him upstairs. Unlock. Go upstairs.
Now, you hear music playing, and as you enter, you see the Wild Rose is tapping her feet, and Sakura is yet again doing a beautiful performance.
Ladies.
Sakura bows. And bows to Mr. Hashimoto. The Wild Rose gets up. Oh, what, my dear, what's the time? I've been so enthralled by this beautiful creature.
Oh, I'm so happy. She is quite the sight.
Oh, I am amazed. Such a treat. Is my love here yet?
He said it would be tomorrow, I believe. Not this night at all.
I'm terribly disappointed.
I wasn't supposed to tell you, but, you know, I believe you've heard of hunters before.
No. How quaint. Like pheasant hunters.
Not quite so. Let's call them witch-finders, or...
Oh, the Inquisition and such.
Exactly.
No, we don't care for that.
No, but so he is trying to protect us all, because he's also very brave.
Oh, she's like, my love is very brave. You know, he is very brave. Oh, and
He's doing
gallant.
this for you.
Really?
He is.
If you perhaps... Oh, you see, she grabs paper and says, this is pen. Is it strange? Yes. And she starts, could you give him...
far away.
Oh, it's exotic. I love it. New things and all. Could you give my love this note? And I would do so appreciate a message back. Like we did long ago, sending secret messages to one another. Forbidden love. So young.
So naughty.
Oh, child. Hush now.
I will, of course, see to it.
Too kind.
But you have a guest.
She turned. Oh, one of them foreign fellows.
I look, yeah, yes. He's my honored guest, so I hope you will all make him feel welcome.
He bows. Oh, is he? Are you Chinese? He's no. Miss Rose, I'm from Japan. Oh, I've never been.
Me neither. But I have a friend.
Is this another performer? I'm sadly not. I'm very dry and uninteresting in that arena. I was just told that Miss Price had such an esteemed and beautiful guest, and I would be terribly rude if I didn't make myself known to you, Miss Rose. She looks very like, how do you say? I'm very honored.
Well,
Quaint. He bows.
Well, the Duke, he wants to take care of you, and he's speaking highly of you to everyone, so, of course, people want to meet you.
So interesting. He walks over, and I know the customs here and from Europe are a bit different. May I? She puts out her hand, and he kisses it lightly. It tingles. Quaint.
Did he do something? No, he didn't.
You don't know. You're young.
I am.
I do hope. Oh, no need. I will not take more of your time, Miss Rose. It's a delightful experience to meet such a beautiful lady. He said, he's such a funny little man, don't you think, Miss Price?
He's the best.
Oh.
Should we put on some music?
Play on.
I'll go and find whatever record. Or was there already music?
Yeah. But change. Let me. I've Sakura. No, she doesn't say Sakura. She says the ruby. Kim Yao. The ruby spider has shown you how to do this. I want to put something on it. I want to hear. She turns around and rustles off. You see, she's put on some of your robes over the white dress. She's clearly been through your stuff.
So she has not put on the clothes that I gave her?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if she did, she'd change back to this.
Yeah.
Mr. Hashimoto stood on this and he rubs his beard. Would you perhaps walk me out, Mrs. Price?
Of course. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute, Rose. Excuse us.
Oh, don't worry.
Leading him out.
The level of magic here is in a very far beyond my capabilities, Miss Price. No, don't worry. Don't look defeated. I'm just saying whatever's done here initially is old and not of my school of magic. That doesn't mean I don't or can't help you. But I will need someone else to help.
Yeah, who?
It's a friend. He needs to be invited into the city. Right now, I know the prince will not grant such a thing. So it needs you and your friends. Your gifts might be needed again.
Name it.
I must make contact. There's hope, Miss Price. But as I said, what you are asking demands great sacrifice. And in the end, it might not be what you want or what you expected.
What are these sacrifices?
We'll cross that bridge when we have all the pieces and when you are ready to make that decision. Know this, Miss Price. If you want your love back, it will come at a price. For you and for him.
Well, it's my new last name, so I think I kind of need to live up to it.
He bows. Well, then I'll do what I can and I will contact you tomorrow night as soon as I have the information.
Thank you ever so much.
The blood, Miss Price, is key. Whatever we do next, nothing can move ahead if we do not have it.
And it will be yours.
Good luck, Miss Price. It will not be easy.
Nothing is.
Nothing worth having, Miss Price. He rushes off like a man with a very determined. You've just tantalized a Tremere here with like.
I know. Maria knows. Shiv.
Yeah. Shiv does not know. He's like, give.
Yep. I don't think Shiv is very intelligent right now, but let's see.
On that note, the camera pans back to the garage. As Shiv has made a deal with the Tremere with blood magic.
Yeah, the Tremere we are believing is an anarch.
Yeah. But you don't know that.
We don't know that.
That also now said he needs help to get somebody else into the city.
Did not escape our notice.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna get those damn hunters to make a very strict bouncer plan.
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, she did lost love, a hope. She did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, of course.
No, she did. That was
just playing into the storyteller's hat, as always.
Yeah, I know that.
Of course.
It's not going to be any trouble at all, I promise.
Okay.
The question now is who's going to die first.
Well,
we can make sure it's none of us three.
Yeah.
No promises.
Well, there is of course another option or potential, Sean.
Which is?
Well, I might arrange a little chat with Miss Catalina and sound her out a bit, if you get my drift.
At this point, I'm not quite sure.
All right. Well, we can think about it. We might be a little. I know what you're up to, Missy, which is no good. But perhaps our interests are more closely aligned than we first thought. But something to think of for potentiality, yes. But now I'm certain. Do you want to press ahead? Do you want to talk to the
sheriff? No, I think I will stay as far away from the sheriff as possible. I think you need to be my middleman.
But should I go to him now?
No, not now. Wait until I actually have something to report.
Yeah. Good.
And in the meantime, I think we need to keep our heads low.
Indeed. And gather what information we can. I'll make some. I'll have people I know on the streets look. There's a question: how do? No, exactly like anarchs already here, but if more people are coming in, if outsiders in groups, I would attend to that. I would guess that biker gangs and such things would be prime masquerading.
Yeah,
for
biker gangs. Mafia.
Yeah, but there's not many new ones in city, unless they're aligned with the Russians.
Of course. Such as...
We do not know what happened to what Dmitri is now.
No. With all that shadow, hocus pocus.
Because what is clear is that he was trying, what I learned is that it was not merely doing the job on someone's bit or being tipped off or anything, and he was trying to impress someone. It was someone he was trying to enamor himself with by doing this job.
Yeah. And maybe he got enamored by someone and he got bumped up the food chain.
Or down to the sewer. You should have seen him. It was something else.
Or into the shadows.
Dark. Yes.
Almost worse.
Yeah.
From the abyss.
More. I won't say more bestial, but more monstrous in a way than our kind. Like, no, it was very strange, and I shall not think.
And yet again, you looked at her with mortal eyes. How would he be now?
Where was Shiv when you needed her? Her soul-penetrating gaze. And he's not made a song from him since, which I do not like.
Of course.
No, he's like vanished. Thin air.
Slithered into the shadows from whence he came. Or if he's hiding in the sewer. The rats, who knows what their role in all of this is. All we know is that Miss Masters was scared by our discovery of the Darkthrone. Yes.
And the Darkthrone was the nickname of a certain...
Yeah, the Dark Duke sits on the Darkthrone, so it might be that. I don't know. I never quite knew how much Osiris knew about
all of us.
Osiris past.
When you're thinking this, both of you, like a quiver goes through your mind. As you say them things, your mind shakes for a second.
Like there's still something in there unlocked.
Like there's something rattle about, like a little chestnut in a barrel. Chris gets images from Shiv's party. Of all the masks and all the veils and all the hidden identities. Sean, on the other hand, because he's consumed a soul, there's a wind blowing in your mind, and you see black veils. You see a hilltop, and someone with black veils. The crows fly and they sing, "It lies, it lies, it lies."
No, that's too monstrous to even contemplate. What could it be?
You stare at each other and it feels like you don't know if this happened just with you or the other. The room feels weird, like it's colder. You both know there's a spirit in here. Sean is unsure if it was that poor girl that died that walks around and whispers in his ears, "Lies, lies, and lies." If it comes from his mind itself.
Look around.
I think there's more than one. That's pretending.
I'm beginning to fear that there might be very much more than one. How many of them might he be?
Am I even Sean?
But no, it can't be. It can't be all of them, can he? Oh no, that's no, it can't be that. But
Like body jumping, you're thinking?
yes, or
But how do you know what you're talking about? Because this happened within your mind and you all of a sudden were like talking.
no, because before you started that, Chris had his horrible thought that maybe one or more of them was Nosferatus, if not all of them, would like a hive entity. Maybe he's, I don't know, spread his.
What we need now is one of them their paranoid cameras.
Not her, not the one that approached Shiv, because her motives are so corporal.
What?
So, the one that gave the deal to Shiv about the.
Oh yeah, the crocodile.
Yeah, lady.
Out of your mind, you see the Queen of Bones step out of darkness. Is she a part of it?
Her motives seem too straightforward.
I think she might actually be tempted by the anarchs because she so desperately wants a child. So she definitely she's on the she's being proposed to.
Yes, I was more worried about how many of them are puppets of the Dark Duke.
Oh yeah, like that.
Because the hunters said they couldn't pin him down, but they couldn't circle in one concrete location or place for him, or even get a straight face. He was always changing, always melting. Wait.
Well, that might be because of these powers that the Nosferatu has. They change their faces, they change their bodies. Yeah.
Or it means, or he's taking it beyond and actually is.
He's actually changing bodies. Well, that's some proper fucking shite.
It's certainly scary.
I'm afraid he's actually inside. He's one of them. That's inside Trixie.
But that would mean he's dead.
That would mean he's dead. That would mean he walked into the sunrise or the sun. Yeah, something.
Yeah, maybe his soul gets to go in little
Jump.
outings.
Jump around.
Well, that is.
Oh, that would be
Apropos
quite
soul
another house of
jumping,
pain.
Sean, you need to do something about your
Fucking
not so
ghost.
friendly Casper. You know who you're going to call.
The Red Army.
On that note, the camera pans out over the city and back into the velvet rope. Quickly just blinking and looking at Shiv as she is contemplating her next move. Or is she moving to the apartment up above?
If he has just gone, I think she's just standing there a little bit. Yeah. Wondering what this sacrifice might be. And because Marianne is a vampire noob, I'm going to ask, does vampires bleed like normal people? If you cut them?
No.
No. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
In that second, as she stands there, gunk, gunk, on the door again.
Go to the where I have a camera or screen showing what's outside.
It's a person hooded in darkness.
No features.
None you can see. There's a veil, black veil.
A black veil. Fuck me. Okay. I'll go to the door, but I know there's like a slit in it, so I'm just going to see who it is.
There's a figure, hooded, with a black veil slightly dangling in the night wind. A hand comes up. Not pearly white, as yours would be. But it looked gangrene and sick, and the fingernails are fallen off and the tips are black. A note is handed. A little fly flies out of the wrist of the coat.
I'll take the notes.
Done so, the figure nods and moves off.
Okay, obviously I will look at the note.
You are hereby invited to the house of the Darkthrone. The Black Lily eagerly awaits you at tomorrow eve at 2:00 for audience in her domain.
Great. Yep. Just what I need.
Clap. Fucking awesome. Don't have time. This is like Chris said when you called him. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried
it's
about
been a lot of
leaving that house after you take up that invitation.
The Darkthrone.
Yeah. Circling back to a certain portal. And yeah. Yeah.
Just holding the invitation makes you feel uneasy and nervous and almost, if you could, sick to your stomach, but you can't. Feel sick.
Yeah, Marianne is a little curious or something, and because I'm not sure, but the new toy that I have, can I, by holding this, get any like information into word like
Power or a lens?
Oh, I was thinking power, to be honest. I don't think Shiv has the lens on her right now. I think that's back in the safe, probably. So power for now.
No, you can do that before we're going to have a little break. Just a 2-minute break.
Mm-hmm. 4?
I want you to immediately do a rouse check.
How fun. It's a 9.
You try to like, oh, a little treat. I'm going to have a auspex look at it. You feel like there is daggers in your brain. There's images flicking in front of you that hurts your soul. You hear screaming. You hear someone screaming. Is it you? No, it's someone screaming. You see snakes slithering. No, it's not snakes. Is it arms? What the fuck is that? Why? You see black marble. You see, what's that dripping on the floor? Again, you hear screaming. And then you know it's you screaming, don't look, shut it down.
But what if I can't?
You do.
Is that the rouse check?
Do. Yeah.
Okay.
You
Sure.
do.
I'm probably sitting on the floor as I'm getting out of my little...
You see something dripping off your nose. You've sweated blood.
Yeah.
The pressure in your brain pushed out literal blood.
Again, what a amazing day. I love it. Ugh,
Good fun.
good fun.
And he's like, I'm going there tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Great.
Am I though?
Well, you don't have to.
I mean, it's more fun, probably.
Oh, she doesn't have to do shit. That's a beautiful thing. All right, we're just going to have a 2-minute break and then we'll be right back. See you in 2 minutes. Bye-bye. Hi, and welcome back from the break. After this very tantalizing invitation that Shiv got to see the Black Lily, I'm curious.
me.
Lucky her. Before we continue on her storyline, we're back to the boys.
But there's one more thing, though, Sean.
There always is.
Shiv was a bit worried about you, or for you, more to be more precise. Well, damn it, so am I. You need to spend time with mortals, with humans, Sean. You're slipping.
But
You're no
humans
good to
sleep.
They open late at the clubs and bars and stuff, and why not go and take a trip to the
Yeah,
Middle
but
East
that also means that no running after lovers of Shiv or no running after a mob or stuff like that for a few days or weeks or something.
I don't say start right now necessarily, but
Can deal with your humanity later.
yeah. But start in small doses as well. Make a plan. It's been a long while since we were at Middle East and last.
What day is it today?
Monday.
Monday. What time is it? I look up at the clock.
to?
Well, now they're closed. But
Tomorrow then. Swing by at the very least.
A
Say
few
hi to
weeks.
Angel at work.
a couple of weeks.
At least
Well,
it
we
feels
were
like it.
longer in Paris, and we came back more fucked up.
Well,
Jury's out on that one. We didn't come back more fucked up. We come back with a more fucked up situation. But yeah, step by tomorrow. Say hi to Angela at work. It'll do you good. Plus, maintaining some of our usual habits is smart if we're all under close scrutiny.
So you mean steal stuff? Drive fast?
Sooner
Sounds
or later,
like fun.
yes. We do know that there's a crackdown team hunting for the hunters, so...
Yeah.
Well, that's actually an interesting way there. We might let them think they're finding hunters, but really be tracking anarchs.
No, this is getting too many boxes within too many boxes, within too many conundrums, within too many enigmas. I can't keep track of this right.
No. But, yes, well, if there's nothing more we need to discuss, but be careful.
Fuck off, will you?
Start your cars a couple of meters away from... I mean, at the very least, make sure that Catalina believes you, because if she thinks that you can't be trusted, she might decide to...
Well, she knows that I can't be trusted. That's the problem.
It's clear that and it's also clear that she needs you. She wouldn't come to you.
Of course she does.
More, which means
but she wants to trust me, but I'm me.
But she doesn't have. I mean, she doesn't have enough on board in this city to carry it yet.
The problem is, I think she might have, and with the Prince going bonkers.
And she should have made a move without approaching you. Because like it or not, but it does seem to befall upon us.
Yeah.
To sway.
Sometimes
one
big
way
change
or another
come
way.
from small creatures.
What we should do is get rid of them all, Sean.
Yes, and one day all of this will be ours.
well, at this
By
moment...
that I mean the curtains.
The
well,
car over there.
is Christopher saying this in jest, or is he saying it real?
No, it's more like
Lighthearted.
yeah, like haha, lighthearted haha, but haha, lighthearted with a subtext.
Yeah.
Burn, motherfuckers. Burn.
All right. So you guys disattach.
Yeah.
What do you two boys do before I jump into Shiv's scene?
Well,
I have actually
getting
no
late.
idea at the point. It's 2 o'clock in the night. I will see if somebody arrives, and if not...
if not, what you could do, Sean,
Go out
is that you
racing.
did promise to start working on my car, which has yet to be done.
Of course.
And that's a
That's a
human activity.
If that project you like to take care of, no, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Get started.
I think we're going to start with the engine and the suspension, and then we'll chop the roof, and then we'll French the headlights, and then we'll French the rear lights, and then we'll paint it all matte black.
Well, let's get it in. I'll drive the car into his shop.
So what you want to borrow? You want the Vespa, or you want the...
Vem tror han är Vespa?
I have to admit that I feel a bit more comfortable with more metal between me and the pavement.
Yeah. Take the Escort. No, take the Sierra. It's got about 400 horsepower. Enjoy.
I will. and I leave him to his work, and I'll actually, well,
I'm just going to do a quick little scene because everybody's going to have their little scenes now before we end off. Sean, you start working, and in this new being, you get very aware of that she's there.
I can't see her though.
No, but you feel her.
Yeah.
You feel contempt.
Yeah, but I start speaking to her, like she's there, like she's actually there, and like she's a normal person. Doesn't matter what I say because we don't speak the same language, but I just start to speak with her.
You feel almost like anger from her, like you failed her somehow.
Yeah, I know I failed her. But it was stray bullets.
Does it matter for a young girl dead?
No, it doesn't.
Does it matter?
It's a life wasted.
Dead is dead.
Is it though?
Could you done better? Could you be better?
Always.
So I think for a minute it's almost like you get annoyed because it's tugging at something that you've moved past in your new existence. You get uncomfortable with her almost silently emotional blaming. All these little girls dead. And what do you do? What do you do?
Oh, my focus on the completely wrong place, but I have to clean up this mess before I can clean up that mess.
It's almost like when you hear this, I put how many bodies and how many excuses and how many nights where you go down that deep, dark rabbit hole. How many little girls will not return home? I want you to do a rouse check because this infuriates the beast.
4.
You go hungry. You are insulted. You feel challenged by these emotions. I think you hurl tools and roar at nothing as the spirit dissipates.
I don't do that. I feel the anger. I get into my car. I go driving down to the red light district. I see where the pimps are at.
The predators, the low scums.
Yeah.
Dirt not well worth being scraped up your boots even. Your eyes are a bit yellow at the minute. If someone looked very closely at your car, they would see like a man cloaked in shadow with eyes that are uncomfortable.
I think I'm driving the van. The grey van, the van where the girl died.
As he does this, as he is prowling with the beast, chewing and turning inside of him, the camera pans over to Shiv. Still sitting there, blood sweat on her brow. What the fuck did you see, girl?
I fumble for my phone and then I write to both of them and ask, did you get an invite to the Darkthrone?
Sean will not see this because he's prowling. The beast is very present in his mind. You can almost like see blinking on the screen, but he does not see it as he drives. Chris, at this point in time, driving. Where is he going?
He sort of half waiting for a text from Shiv because she was going to contact me if he needed anything more. So he's driving a little scenic tour. He's heading back to his mansion where he sleeps at night, but he's taking a bit of detour, enjoying the horsepower of the car from Sean. So when it beeps, he stops and looks at the text. And
I'm actually going to say where he stops. He stops in the driveway, actually up to your manor, because this is it's a good scenic scene. So he's going to stop there.
Stops. I'll be right there. And I sense an answer.
As he says that, you see the front door is open. White, like sheer a rope, silk lingerie, hair loose, bouncing white in the wind. Miss Fairchild stands there.
You're so mean.
I know.
He only dials Shiv's number and calls her.
As he stares at a beautiful white skin, vibrant, but also has the Ophelia whiteness to it. Tantalizing.
He calls Shiv. Does she answer?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. I'm sorry. No, you've been invited to what?
I read the message. There is something deeply wrong.
Yes,
with
there
that
is.
place, and I try and explain the.
Was it snakes? Was it arms? What the fuck was it?
Diana said that he had scales, and I saw snakes earlier that talked about snake. It must be connected to her, I guess, and
I believe it is. If you need, I can come over in a while. It'll take me a little time, but I can be there in. What time is it now? 4:00.
No, it's around 3, 2.
There was
2.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Not long ago.
No, 2. It's 2:15. You still have a lot of the night left, so.
I don't think there's anything you can do, to be honest. So if you got stuff.
But we need to talk. You do not go there until we have had face-to-face meeting.
No. Of course I won't. I don't even know if I'm going, to be honest.
It terrifies you even saying going there now after what you saw. The black marble, it felt like an abyss. Who the fuck was screaming?
Who can we talk? Who can we ask? Do you have the number for JJ?
Yes.
Call her and ask her what she can tell you about her, if she can give you information. Don't say why. Just say that you're curious. That's something that's been mentioned. See if she can give you any information at all.
Right.
She knew more than she told us about her grandsires back then. Tell her it has to do with that.
I didn't think about that at all. Yes.
See if you can pry information out of her that.
Thank you.
But be careful when you talk to her, because she might be with the sheriff.
Mm-hmm. She's
Ask
on the
her-
task force.
Yeah. Ask her to make sure she's alone before you start talking to her. Make sure she's
Of course.
discreet.
Of course.
And send me a text later when you're done, and I'll see if we need the information we need to discuss or details we need to discuss. I'll come over. There's still some time of the night left.
Thank
Now
you,
you-
Chris. Again,
The least I can do. Stay safe.
you
Honey.
too.
Thank you.
Be careful whatever you're doing.
Don't worry. I'll make sure I'm protected. And he hangs up and he exits the car and he walks up to her. And she's in like arm's length, he'll
Just
That-
grab
yeah,
elegantly.
Yeah, he'll put his hand, circle her face with his hand, put the other one around her arm, like, and then he'll hoist her up and carry her over the threshold and close the door with a kick behind him.
Da, da, da,
Mm.
da, da, da.
The camera pans away from that and hurls through the night sky to Shiv.
I'm still sitting on the floor with the phone in my hand. I'll pick it up and I'll not call JJ. I'll call Diana.
And that is where we're going to end it. For you, 3. The camera pans. Hold
Sorry.
on. The camera pans out again. It hurls yet again across the city, across the night sky. The moon looks very down at a scene where a woman is panting, eyes piercing through windows, looking at the havoc she just did. A man almost staring with disbelief, blood trickling from his mouth as he exhales for the last time, saying something in a language, well, she understands, you don't. It might sound like daughter. She feels confused. She knows she had to do this. She needed to survive, but somehow this feels wrong. Her mind feels clear and scrambled and fucked up, and she feels hate and sorrow and panic, and she doesn't understand. She feels like screaming or fainting or crying or laughing or all in between. She doesn't hear the door behind her creak open. She killed all the guards. Does not worried about that. But she doesn't see the creature that glides in the rooms in the shadow. Black, vile liquid dripping from his mouth as he hisses, "Nikita, dearest." She turns. Halfway through saying, "Deep," she's snatched up. And the camera pans out. And that's all for this episode.
But did we get anywhere?
We got somewhere.
Should have killed her.
There's still hours left of the night. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's me.
Is it Tuesday yet?
Yeah.
Well, that's me, isn't it? Just talking away. No, the biggest mistake our grandsires did was not to kill everyone. Take their own goddamn advice.
But it's not that easy to kill everyone.
No, there's two.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job at it. Together with that
Yeah.
guy and that
But
guy. I'm
the-
just-
Vampire
there
Character
is a
is
saying.
Boston.
There is a
I mean,
saying. When you kill a man, you're a murderer. Kill many, you're a conqueror.
Conqueror, yeah.
Kill them all, you're God.
Yeah. God damn.
Mhm.
So yes, this was a very interesting episode. I am so curious to see Dearest viewers if you understood my little hints this episode. Please, I'm so curious to see if you did.
Please somebody explain me what just happened and
Remember to read comment sections on YouTube for
but
hints.
the Black Lily is actually Alessandra, and Dimitri is her love child, and the Dark
And what
Duke
is
is a duck.
what is Dimitri?
He's not.
Old hunters, go.
Vozd, or the starting of one.
Mhm.
No, a Vozd or a Slachta. I can't remember which is which.
I know what it is. I know what he is.
But that's not.
Yeah, but can you please can you please post something in the comment section then?
Yeah, no spoilers, bitch.
We do the old Spaceball, the old Spaceball trick. We got a pre-release of the film and watch it to see what happens.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Again, thank you so much to you guys, the players. You are amazing. The dynamic between these three and how the ebb and flow of how they interact with each other and what relationship is, because they bounce in between where they are in their kindred and lifespan.
I'm
And
actually
how
a
they-
bit afraid of Shiv at the moment.
You should be.
Yeah.
I am doing nothing. I have done
No,
nothing.
it's not that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of what she'll do to me.
Yeah, it's going to be a coming to Jesus kind of moment.
And
Who's
yeah,
Jesus?
I've so many notes of what I need to do that I was planning on doing right now that I still need to remember until next week. So
Make notes.
Yeah.
But it was great fun as always. And yeah, famous last word. We're getting somewhere.
You're getting somewhere.
I am. Somewhere.
I'm just getting lost somewhere.
That's shown it. All right. But thank you so much. All your love is very appreciated. And stay safe. And hopefully we're out of this shitty Corona lifestyle in not too long.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're not going to play. Because we're going to play.
And just forget about staying sane. That ship is long
That's
sailed.
like, woo,
Yeah.
that's gone. All right. Stay safe.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye.
Good night.
Enjoy. Bye.
Bye.